Live. Yes guys, yes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your friend Amarion. How are you guys doing? How's your life going? In the comment section down below, tell me how long you've been following my channel, because I'm trying to get to know my viewers more. Tell me how long you've been following me, where you're watching me from, and you know how you're doing. Just tell me in the comment section down below. All right, I also want to ask you guys what kind of content you would like to see from me, because I have ideas of my own, but from like studying the algorithm and like seeing the feedback I get from YouTube about my videos, I see that when I actually listen to you guys and make videos that you guys want to see, you guys actually watch them more than like videos I just want to make. So I want to find a perfect balance to like videos you guys want to see, videos I want to make that nobody asks me for, but I just want to make them. So just in the comment section down below, tell me what you'd like to see on my channel. All right, so this is Amarion and this is AmarionTv, and today's video I would like to talk to young lesbians. Personally, I actually don't even identify as lesbian, but for the course of this video, for the politics of it, I'm going to use the word lesbian and identify as lesbian, because I realize that sometimes the reason for all of these tags and for all of these definitions is to raise awareness, and sometimes whether you identify with a certain minority or a certain tag, you on your own will go through the societal side effect of being one, or the societal backlash and trauma. So for the politics of this video, I'll use the word lesbian a lot, and I am talking to lesbians in particular because that is what I can relate to. In this part of the world, in Nigeria, there's something insultive that's been attached to the word lesbian itself. Even on a personal base, a family member of mine has one time thrown the word lesbian to me as an insult in an argument. I felt so, what did you think you're trying to achieve right now? Did you think you're throwing an insult my way? Because that isn't an insult. That is just like a sexual representation, a sexual tag, a sexual community. Why these communities have to exist is that the world, the society protects its own. The society protects those who obey its laws, those people who are just like heterosexual, those people who are just like you do the normal societal norms. The society tends to protect you. But people who are out of societal norms, people who are untraditional, the lesbians, the gay, the homosexuals, the trans, just people who don't fit into any societal norms, the society tends to like turn its back on you. And when the society has turned its back on you, it's left for the community to now take care of you, or to take you in, or make you feel like you're part of something. So that's why these communities exist, like, or these communities should exist. And this video is targeted for people from where I'm coming from, people from Nigeria, black girls like me, Nigerian girls like me, who go through a different level of just like, I don't know, it's like we're hidden, like the rest of the world have this exposure that they're enjoying right now, but we are still hidden in some cave or some village. So like for people who are like me, people who grew up in this setting, I hope this video finds you, especially because you know I'm doing this because of you. So my number one advice is it's perfectly okay to be a girl who's into girls. The same thing for the guys. If you're a guy, you're into a guy, it's perfectly okay. Number one, it's not an abomination, it is not a sin, it is not anything bad. It is who you are, it is what you like, it is your choice, and you have every right, every right in this whole wild world. You have every right. It's like your right to speech. You have the right to who you love, who you want to love, who you're attracted to. Number two, don't let anyone treat you bad. This is something I've noticed that is very common in the queer society. Most people stay in situationships, relationships, love triangles or whatever that makes them feel bad. They stay with people that treat them bad just because they feel like, okay, I'm gay, okay, I'm a lesbian, and I might not really find a girl who would date me like this girl, or I might not really see someone who I will be comfortable enough to like show this part of me like I have shown to this person. So sometimes you're even too scared and too in shame. Shame is the word actually, because one of the ways the society is clipping our wings and like bringing us to order is by shaming us. So they've attached so much shame to like sexual fluidity. So when you see yourself experiencing like sexual fluidity, you think there's something shameful about you. There's nothing shameful about you. So do not let anyone treat you that way. Don't let anyone treat you like, okay, because we're two girls hanging out, or we're two girls kissing and making out, then I have to hide you, then have my public display boyfriend, because society says I should be straight, but you that I like, you have to be my secret. Do not let anyone put you in a situation like that, especially if that is not what you want, because those shit, they leave effects, especially now that you're young. And imagine being 16, being 17, being 18 and being somebody's secret. And from that young age, there's this shame. There's already the shame that comes from like, okay, I like girls. Then there's also the shame of the girl I like cannot hold my hand in public, or the girl I like has a boyfriend. So I just have to wait to when she'll sneak time for me, or when she'll sneak in those letters, when she'll call, or when she'll text. But in public, we don't hold hands, we don't even acknowledge each other because she has a boyfriend. Don't put yourself in situations like that, because those things leave trauma behind. Those things have like emotional side effects. There's nothing wrong about your sexual preference, so don't sell yourself cheap because you think there's something wrong with who you are. You're just different from the societal norm, and that is why I feel like people should talk about this more. People should represent more. So like when you look up to people who are older than you and you can see a girl who is out there saying they like girls, you can look at yourself like, okay, maybe me liking a girl isn't actually a bad thing. There are younger people who need to hear this. There are younger people who need to look up and see me and feel good about themselves, feel good about their standards, their preference, and treat themselves better, treat themselves with respect, and treat themselves like they are worthy, because they are actually worthy. So advice number 3, it's going to be confusing, even painful at first, because you've been taught for such a long time about, you know, heterosexual things. For some people you're learning for the first time, for some people you've carried this all your life, you're just probably for the first time exploring this part of your sexuality. Okay, no problem, it's going to be confusing, it's going to be scary at first, like talking about sex, even finding out and eventually doing the sex is going to be some scary thoughts and confusing. But don't worry, take your time, read books. There are now things on YouTube that you could watch, like come online. Like there's vast information online now. Don't lock yourself up in your confusion and think like no one can relate to you. There's someone online that can relate to you, I promise you. Number 4, be careful. Be very careful about how you go about dating. A lot of things happen in the gay community. A lot of people have been traumatized. A lot of people have been hurt. So sometimes when you get into like, okay, these communities, or you get into this awareness, you find yourself in a place where you're not even protected, or you're not even taken care of. You're just emotionally and mentally drained, because you're dealing with people who have been traumatized. You're dealing with people who have been hurt, people who have been told to hide, people who have been told they were an abomination, they were a sin, people who have had to survive, and there's something that survivor does to you. So be careful in the gay community. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like people in the gay community. I'm just saying be careful, because a lot of people here are coming from not so great places. There are different types of lesbians, but there's this really popular two that everybody just stereotypically knows, which is the tomboy and the femme. And I feel like for the tomboys is even harder. Is way it's being proven. I feel like if I go on Google and Google this shit, and there will be some science that proves that tomboys have a harder time than femme lesbians, and I'll tell you why I think that is. When it comes to sexual orientation, they're already different. They like girls. Now I'm talking about tomboys. And when it comes to like self-presentation, self-expression, they are also different again, because they don't like the stereotypical feminine things that the society say, okay, this is what is meant for females. They like their own sense of appearance, their own style, they have their own, you know. So in like 2 different places, they've been marked bad by society. And there's this stereotype that lesbians, no, tomboys are lesbians. For tomboys, they don't want to appease the male gaze, and in such a patriarchal world like this one, if you don't appease the male gaze, you get a hard time. You just naturally get a hard time. And then when a girl feels like she wants to experiment, it's usually those tomboys that they go for. I don't know, it's because it's like they wrote it in their head, like, hey, I am a lesbian. So if a girl wants to experiment or just dabble here and there with her sexuality, it's like, okay, I have a lesbian in my streets, I might just hit her up. And those people go through a lot, because imagine having to rediscover your sexuality and then rediscover your like representation in this world, the way you want to appear or represent yourself. That is a lot of work. So my advice to femme lesbians, the young ones, especially the bisexuals, if you're trying to just have fun, please, for the sake of this person's mental health, state to this person that you're just trying to have fun, that you're not here to like have anything serious, that this is just strictly sexual for you, blah 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 blah. Because there are a lot of traumas that exist in like the gay society, and little shit like this is what enforces them. Shit like, oh, I want to fuck around, but I meet this person who's seriously looking for a relationship and I don't state my intentions clear, I just fuck around and I move, and then I have them thinking that, oh, it's because they are gay, or this will not happen to them if they were straight, or it's because they are this, or it's because they are that. No, it's because you are shitty. So if you want to fuck around, just say it. And I see this very common with, I'm sorry I'm even saying this, but I see this very common with femme lesbians. Some of them seem to not be aware that they cause a certain kind of emotional trauma for like a different set of lesbians, who is like the tomboy lesbians, the stud lesbians. I don't know why you pretty girls do that. Like, it's already hard enough to be born into a patriarchal society that says, oh, all of these things I want belong to a man, or all of these things I choose to identify myself with belongs to a man. Now you, the woman I love, I still have to drag you with a man. You make these girls feel bad for not being men. You make them, and so I don't think some tomboys even want to be men. I think some tomboys appreciate the fact that they were born in a female body, but they would much rather dress in this particular dressing that you guys said is for men. They would much rather carry themselves this way. They would much rather not have a soft voice. They would much rather go like, oh babe, how are you doing? Like, they would much rather that than like what society has picked for them. They want to pick for themselves. They don't want to be restricted to just the female side. They're like, oh, give me everything, let me pick my own. It's just, we should be more conscious of what we're bringing to the table as a community, as an individual, as you, as me. Know that a lot of things are happening behind the scenes to like queer people in Nigeria especially. So let's all try our best to do better. Alright, to do better. I'm not against people who are sexually just like fluid. They want to fuck a guy, fuck a girl, do this, do that. I'm not against that. This is a year of sexual liberation, so everybody do what you want to do. But like, because of a person's mental health, because you don't know where a person is coming from, state your intention point and clear. Don't confuse a person. Don't entertain a person because, oh, they give you attention. Like, people are not entertainment. People are not entertainment. So my final advice to just like everyone, young, growing, old, in the queer community, in the queer society, never stop learning about yourself. Never stop asking yourself questions and getting to know yourself, because you will relate better with another person if you know yourself. You relate better with your community if you know yourself. So get to know yourself so you know what you can bring into the table, how you can help, how you can impact change. But if you can, if you're in a safe place that you know you can, just raise awareness about like the LGBTQ, the queer community. Raise awareness about it, because the more we raise awareness, the more people will know about this, the more normal it will be, and for the next generation they won't have to hide as much as we did. And you see how we're not even hiding as much as the former generation. That's how we want it to be. Hopefully to get to a point where it will even be taught in schools, like sexual orientations and sexual fluidity will be a norm. So this is where I would like to end this video for today. If you're safe enough, if you can, comment on my page and tell me about your struggles in the queer society and what you're doing to help. And you know, if you have more points for this video, just write it down in the comment section down below. All right, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a good week, a good day, a good life. From me to you, this is goodbye. Bye.